Hi Libras, Rhonda here with your weekly reading. I know I'm late getting it posted and I apologize for that. I really do. But I'm here now and I do want to tell you that I have changed up a little bit about how I'm doing the readings now. I'm still pulling three of the fairy tarot cards, um, but I've added to that Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle cards, three of those. And then we'll do a Healing with the Fairies card, one chakra card, and one intention card. And so let me know. Curious for feedback on if you like this way better, the old way better. Any feedback that you have is greatly appreciated. So I know how people are feeling about the reading. So just let me know. So without further ado, let's get you started. So Libra, is for your first card, you got the Awakening card from the Fairy Tarot, which is about changing the way you're looking at things, right? Sometimes we get real narrow focused vision, and so that card is really about changing the way you're viewing things, okay? And, you know, sometimes you have to think outside the box, is what I'm being told to say. You have to think outside the box to find the solution to your problem. Sometimes, we get those blinders on and this is the only view. Make sure that you're thinking outside the box too. Okay, so change your perspective, change the way you're looking at it. If you need to step back and come at it from a different angle. Okay, so that's really kind of the card that I have for you there. And then to go with that, you did get from the Hidden Realms, you got the Rainbow Prince, and you got it in reverse, which means it poses a challenge to you. And the Rainbow Prince, making sure that you're focusing on the details, right? Like, so when you're talking with someone, be paying attention to them. If you're doing something, give it your full attention. Make sure that you're really looking at things closely. The other side of that, the other caution of that is giving too much of yourself, right? And not receiving back, right? And maybe you don't think you need anything back or you deserve anything back, but allowing that allowing that receptivity in, right? Because you give and you give, and sometimes you need to receive too. And we all are that way. Everybody needs something back at some point, right? Fair compensation, right? It should be equal match of energy for energy. And so that's the double caution for you, is to make sure, and that could be part of your, and that goes back to your card about changing your perspective, right? Changing the way you're looking at things. So there's that for you to keep in mind. And then you got the Princess of Winter in reverse. And that is about, there's something that you're keeping hidden from yourself. Like, not, yes, I'm right, but also there's truth that you're not willing to face right now. Like, you don't want to face the truth. You're hiding it from yourself. Okay? And so you really need to think about what it is that you're keeping back, you're holding back. That's also part of, goes back to that changing your perspective, right? So maybe you need to look at that truth that you've been trying to ignore and bring it more into focus. And the pendulum is going crazy, just so you know, like it is really whipping. A solid yes. Get that truth back in there, into the perspective. Okay, I think that's going to help you out a lot. And to go with that, you did get the Cosmos card from the Hidden Realms. And actually, I am going to read that one to you because I think it's beautifully written. And I don't think I can do it justice because Paulette Baron Reed, the person who created this deck, just does such a beautiful job of writing explanations. The cosmos always appears as an ally and never as a challenger. Creativity in all forms is represented by the cosmos. This is a sign to place your attention on creative projects. They will be successful. Remember that all of life is creative and you're always co-creating with the divine. The cosmos also represents the principle of infinity and the vastness of the energetic exchange of consciousness influencing all living things. This teaches us that every intention that we set is in fact contagious with the power to influence others. We're entangled at our deepest energetic place, so we can't help but have an effect on others, from an individual level to a global one. This is a sign to remind you to open up to the well of creativity deep within you and be mindful of your thoughts and actions. Both are influencing your outer world. Most important, keep taking action towards your goals, as the cosmos responds perfectly to manifest your highest destiny. Expect to be inspired and to meaningfully touch others with all that you create. And I think this goes back to that awakening card as well, right? Like, you need to change your perspective, so that's creating something, right? Right now, that creation is wanting to come into fruition. You can always rely on the cosmos, that creativity, that vastness. Like, I just love the way she wrote that and how that connection with the divine, and we are the co-creators of our world, right? And so when you pull in that truth and you pull in, those warnings about being receptive, right? And being in the moment, right? And being conscious so that you're able to then get that other shift of perception, I think is beautiful for you. Absolutely. A beautiful mix of cards. I have goosebumps, even like it's that beautiful. Okay. I get excited. Okay. Then you got the Nine of Springs. And the Nine of Springs is about preparing yourself for possible challenges, right? So we're talking about, creating your creation that's going to change you, change your world, right? You're co-creating your destiny. But you have to be careful. You have to watch it out and make sure that you're covered, right? And to go with that, and I think it's interesting that they came up together. You got the Desert Prince in reverse, which is about false pretenses, right? Like, think about the desert, and you have this, I'm going to show you the picture again. You have this handsome prince standing there, but he's just a mirage, right? He's just a mirage in the desert. He doesn't really exist. So be careful of both, yourself, right? Creating something that isn't true, right? We already talked about you hiding truth from yourself. So it goes back to that. But it also warns you about coming up, who you come into contact with, what is happening in your life. Be careful of false pretenses. Be careful of fakeness, right? So he's here as a challenger to help you be aware that that's kind of playing out right there. So be careful of that, right? You don't want your hard work to go, like the Nine of Springs says, you don't want your hard work to get blown out of the water, right? So the Desert Prince is here to help you protect it by challenging you what to watch for. And for healing with the fairies, you got trust your intuition. Sorry, I was trying to read that backwards and it wasn't working for me. Has your inner guidance been trying to get your attention lately? Perhaps a gut feeling is tugging at you like a seeing eye dog. An inner voice has been screaming at you, or you've had dreams charged with profound emotions and symbolism lately. By drawing this card, you're being urged to pay careful attention to these various forms of intuition. Now is not the time to ignore these messages or procrastinate. Trust this inner wisdom just as you would if it came from a respected teacher. Know that you aren't imagining the guidance. Its powerful and repetitive voice is a sign that you are truly getting clear and trustworthy messages that are worth following. And I think that's really helpful when you're looking at perspectives, when you're looking at your inner truth, and when you're also looking at protecting yourself maybe from outside forces and obstacles that may come along, right? So trusting your gut, following that gut. If something seems too good to be true, it probably is, right? That's also the Desert Prince talking. Okay. So watch out for that. Okay. For your chakra card, you did get a solar plexus, which is unlimited prosperity. Money is energy, and we hold a precious choice whether to prevent it or encourage its flow. Are your channels for giving and receiving open wide enough? Do you allow the vibration of prosperity to radiate both from you and towards you? Reflect on your resources, and now you can use them to create more abundance for both yourself and those around you. Remember also to give back with an open heart for all that is coming your way. Give thanks before you receive. And a good crystal for that is yellow fluorite, and the herb is basil. And again, I think this card goes right back to that Nine of Spring, watching out for your hard work, making sure the fruits of your labor aren't being challenged and aren't being thrown out of the water. It also goes back, and you can think of it, even if it's not money necessarily, prosperity in any form. This is true for any type of prosperity that you're looking for, whether it's in health or wealth or love or whatever, right? Abundance comes in many forms, right? And they are all energy streams. Every single one of those things are energy streams, right? So be thankful for what you get before you get it. And then for your intention, you got healed heart. And that intention is, my heart is healed of all trauma, past, present, and future. And in this moment, I release all pain from the past, surrender all pain of the present, and forgive all the pain ahead. With my healed heart, I love others freely, unafraid of future wounding, for I know that love is a constant source of healing and renewal in my life. And the stone for that is Duracell quartz, and the essential oil is lavender. And, anytime that we can approach anything with a healed heart, especially when you're looking at abundance and prosperity, depending on where you're wanting that prosperity to come in. And again, it's all energy streams, right? But guess where it all starts? Right here. It starts in your heart. And it really does help when you're trying to come up to a solution and co-create your divinity, right? It all starts with love and how it comes and goes and flows through us, right? That is the center of everything. Yep, I think that's true. All right. Well, that is all I have for you today, Libras. I do have a link in the comment section. I do accept free will donations for my readings. If you feel called, please click the link. And if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can always email me at bonadayhealingarts@gmail.com. I hope you guys have a great week, and remember how much I love you. And I'll see you next time.